con to be, being in LA, well, that's the con of being in LA. The pros of being in LA, obviously, is that there are abundant opportunities, especially at the entry level. You can do audience work, background work. There's, staying room only. There's central casting. All these different places where you can come in off the street and make money right away. As an actor, you can live off that, pretty much. But getting to the next level, it's going to take learning from people, and that's kind of what Cleveland kind of a little bit behind it. There's not a lot of major television shows filming there, and the entry level positions aren't quite there. But if you can make your own brand and make your own project, then it's possible to happen. There's been a lot of filmmakers from Ohio, a lot of great films. I mean, Road Trip, those guys are from Ohio.
What?
So it's very possible. But yeah, entry level, trying to get in, it's a little bit more difficult, I would say.
Oh wow! See, wow! I didn't even know that they were even from. I didn't know they were even from Ohio. Oh wow! Because you got stuff that do be shot here in Cleveland and everything, but then I just always be wondering, okay, and I always ask my entertainers this, have they ever, do they feel like leaving Cleveland is the best move to make, or have you ever had any thoughts about, about leaving Cleveland to make it in entertainment, and being from your perspective, so if since I'm trying to make it big in acting, of course, and everything, do you think that would you say that that Cleveland could still be it to where you can make it happen to where you can make it big, or would you need to probably move to LA or Atlanta, any of those places?
I think the only thing that Cleveland lacks, and this is what why those other areas are more successful, is simply because a lot of people have come together to put projects together. They kind of just all work together. A lot of times it's big collectives where people aren't charging each other. It's kind of like dog eat dog in Cleveland a little bit. Everyone's just trying to make money off of everyone, as opposed to like doing it for the love. And that's what it's about. I mean, people in LA and Atlanta, they do it for the love of it, and they come together and they make projects that are valuable. You could start a YouTube series in Cleveland. You could start a YouTube channel in Cleveland. Enough people came together, put their resources together, and then just made their money on backing. It's very possible to make it that way. But the mindset's got to change in Cleveland. I don't know if that's an Ohio thing, Midwest thing. But there's areas that are doing well. It's not always like great scenes on TV. Like, a lot of these projects don't start off with a lot of money, but they just come together. When I was filming a TV product that I was working on, a lot of actors took the first payment. They didn't take any payment. They came and they filmed for free. A lot of them just they do a lot of work like that, so they don't know which project's going to take off. They just invest in their craft, they show up, ready to go, they learn their lines, they do their thing, and they plant their seeds, not knowing which one's going to grow. But I don't know, the Ohio thing, the West thing, but here we're looking for that money right away. We're looking for plants to just we expect to plant one seed and harvest, but in reality that's just not how it goes. So I think it's possible, but we just got to change our mindset. That's it.
Yeah, that's true. And would you say the same goes for? Would you say the same goes for as well as for the music side too? Because how you got some artists they be wanting to move to like New York or something like that for the music. Would you say it's the same thing for that too?
Absolutely. Yeah, New York doesn't have anything that we don't have. I mean, we got music studios, we got instrumentalists. There's tons of very talented musicians in Northeast Ohio. Tons. I mean, just go to like Cleveland Symphony or wherever. There's tons of talented musicians here. We have the talent, rappers, whatever. But it's just a mindset. It's just a mindset. If we change our mindset and think about long term, how can we build Cleveland music? How can we build a Cleveland brand, a Cleveland sound? That's the only difference that these other areas have. They have that swagger, they have that, mentality of how it's just, I got a studio, you got a videographer, and you're a great artist. Let's put a brand together, and let's not charge each other. Because when you first start out, you don't have that money. I'm paying my videographer $1,000 to shoot a music video, and I'm a up and coming artist. Like, it's difficult, because you still got to work a job and full time. So, if you change your mindset and just, make it collective, make it brand, then it's possible. That's it.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. And do you have any any plans to ever go back to ever go back to LA permanently, or would you want, or you want to kick it here?
I plan on staying here. My family's here. I grew up here. I love it here. Um, I would prefer to live here. I run an insurance business also. It's still based in LA, so I'll be back and forth. But I like where I live. It's peaceful. For someone to live, I like the quiet years. The hustle and bustle of the city all the time can be kind of crazy to live there. It's nice to visit, but I prefer a little bit more quiet. So yeah, I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, I'm about to ready to say because I know Cleveland's a lot cheaper than LA and a lot less chaotic when it comes to when it comes to like all the noise and everything and just the hustle and bustle.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I think sometimes I'll drive 30 miles. That takes you an hour. It's that's kind of frustrating sometimes. Like, man, I'm driving on the 10 or the 405, the 101, any time of day really, and it's crazy. But it's nice being able to go to the gym, go wherever you go, and I'll take 20 minutes round trip. That doesn't need better than that. Trust me.
Oh yeah, definitely. And is there any upcoming projects you got that you could tell us, or that as far as for Mark Banks Entertainment? Yes.
Most definitely. So May 6th, we're back at Cuisine. 9 p.m. We're running back with Back in Action 2. I'm also currently working on an animated series that's going to feature local artists. So same mindset. Going to have local artists promote their new music through this animated series, kind of about my life, about my story. But it's going to feature local artists each episode. Kind of build their brand, build my brand. So those will be coming out pretty soon. But yeah, definitely come May 5th, Back in Action 2 at Exotic Cuisine, going down at 9 p.m.
Nice. Yes, and an animated series. Oh man, I love a good animated series. I just love cartoons. So it'll be nice. Be nice to see that. And then Back in Action 2 is gonna be at Exotic Cuisine again. Yeah, that was. If you guys wasn't there at Exotic Cuisine on Saturday, you guys had missed some very good artists because they did have the talent, and you missed some good vendors too. It was both. Yeah, both had did good, man. But Mark, man, yes, definitely want to thank you, man, for calling in, man, and one of these days, man, we definitely got to get you in here on the studio.
Absolutely, man. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, all right, bro.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys having me on the show.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah. All right, Tyrone. Oh, Tyrone.
Yeah.
Oh, dope. So, and speaking of entertainers, why don't you tell our viewers and our listeners on who Tyrone the Comic is?
Oh, okay. Tyrone, the Fresh Prince of Welfare, a.k.a. Dick Dastardly, a.k.a. Drunken Pender Hughes, a.k.a. Clark Kent with a dark tint. And I'm a comedian, man. Appropriately inappropriate. I try to make fun of all the things you're not supposed to make fun of. So most of my content is making fun of women or white people or LGBT. but it's in a fun and playful way to where I want to make fun of everybody, but I want them to laugh with me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my style. Appropriately inappropriate, I like to call it.
You said appropriate, inappropriate.
Appropriately inappropriate.
Appropriate, inappropriate, what I call it. Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been in the comedy scene for?
Since September 11th, 2021. So almost 2 years.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he started on September 11th. Oh, you didn't crash and burn either. Okay.
I blew up.
Yeah, you blew up. Dumb, man. And so you've been in comedy for almost 2 years, and yes, you have just been, man, you just been doing your damn thing, man. No, man, what made you get into it?
You know, I was already kind of funny, and before comedy, I was a film director and an embalmer. So I'm like, well, dang, if I got people laughing on pretty much the worst day of their life, then drunk people in a bar should be easy. You know, and I just kind of took that confidence and took it to the stage.
Oh, snap, yes.
Yeah.
That's interesting. An embalmer?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And a funeral director. I still live at a funeral home now.
Okay.
So you might as well let me see it now while it's warm.
Funeral home?
Because I will
man.
see it eventually.
Damn.
All roads lead to me.
All roads lead to you. Damn. Man, and then, so the first time when I saw this guy do stand up, it was just so funny though, man. I mean, we ain't gonna mention no names, you know, no Static Radio HIPAA, but you know, we was at the open mic and at the B side, and then Tyrone was dealing with one of the most annoying things that a comic can deal with, a heckler.
A heckler.
Yes, was dealing with a heckler. He said the dude looked like Rick Moranis. I was calling the dude Scarecrow from Batman because of his long jacket.
He definitely looked like him too. He had a couple of different looks about him.
Looked like Jonathan Crane. Okay, yes.
And like I was saying, I was maybe 2-3 months in at the time. So dude's heckling me, and I'm just trying to eliminate him. This guy comes and gets on stage. So I'm cracking jokes, but I'm watching him. But I'm like, man, I'm 3 months in. I'm like, man, why you messing with me, man? I'm trying to get my little comedy career off the ground. But
yes,
you know, you got to be prepared for all that. You know, you never know what's going to happen on stage. And when I first started, I was very much, I'm gonna read my speech and get off stage, but you got to be ready because you know stuff gets thrown at you and you got to react to it, and that might be funnier than what you wrote. You know, how you react to the crowd. Right. You know, or if you bomb, how you react to the bombing. You go, oh, okay, you know, y'all don't like that? No, all right. But yeah, it's just the art of comedy, how to find the laugh or whatever.
Yeah. And then, I was gonna ask you, you know, man, like, so since you was only 2 months in, which is still early, you know, and then dealing with a heckler at that, you know, what was, you know, how did you see that as? You see that as an opportunity to be like, okay, I could really make folks laugh because I can talk about them, or yeah, how was you feeling?
Man, in the moment, I was terrified. I didn't know what bag I was coming out of. I'm like, why is this dude messing with me, man? I got my little jokes rolled. I just want to say my little speech.
Were you terrified, angry, or terrified, nervous?
Terrified and nervous because it's like it's a balance because you can't get too mad up there either because you lost control. You have to maintain. You know, I'm the adult in the room for these 5 minutes while I'm up here. So
right.
Yeah. So it was just trying to figure out the right response. It's like how should I? Yeah, but I started roasting him, and then when I ran out of jokes, I tried to interview him, and then he got real mad and left. I was like, all right, cool, I win.
That's a good strategy.
Man, dude, but you did good though. I was there when he did it, man. Yeah, he got his ass. He got his ass, man, ripped back, and then I think they asked that dude to leave. I think.
Oh yeah, and look, when I first started, I knew my willpower for comedy was so fragile. So I might like one bad heckle or a bad bomb, I might be like, man, forget this, I'm gone, you know. But I really wanted some. My whole first year doing comedy, I went celibate. Just to stay focused on this, because my focus is fragile. I'll be like, you know, I don't need to be great. I'll lay in bed with you all day, baby. You know what I'm saying? Fuck my dreams. Just, you know, and just to keep that from happening, I'm like, let me just remove all distractions until I'm in a more solidified spot like this. This is what I really wanted to do.
Yeah. And so, and speaking of bombing, so out of the 2 years that you have done this, do you recall have you ever had a worst I ever bombed moment?
Oh yeah, several. Yeah.
What was the most memorable one?
I was at the front stage. Remember when they turned the Severance movie
theater?
theater?
Oh yes.
I'm in the front stage. You know, my material's heavy. you know,
Yeah.
men's rights, making fun of women or whatever. And it was this whole table full of aunties in the front, right?
Yeah.
And I'm cracking my. I think I did the joke like, ladies, when did cheating become a reason to break up? I'll start off with that joke.
Yeah.
And that's not it, baby. And I'm like, I started trying to roast her. I'm like, that's why you blah blah. That not either. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get off stage because she's obviously the headliner. So let her have it.
You know, the worst I ever bombed was at front stage too.
Okay.
Yes, the worst I ever bombed was when it was. I'm thinking it was a regular open mic and stuff that, you know, how it usually was. Come to find out, it was a high school reunion, class of 1976.
We might have been there the same day.
You think? We was?
That might have been. Was that out in the front in the lobby?
Yeah, on the lobby.
Yeah.
Oh, you was there? Oh,
I came there late. Yeah.
Well, if you remember, remember, you came late. Okay, so I went up first, and I went up first because it seemed like nobody not want to go up first, and then you know, and the host who's running, you know, Roselle, you know, he's asking, you know, shout out to Roselle, you know, funny dude, you know, Roselle, he literally asked the people, hey, you want to hear comedy or you want to enjoy your high school reunion? And if I'm not mistaken, I could have sworn more people said they want to enjoy the reunion, but Roselle was like, you know, we had comics that came from Akron and Youngstown, so we're gonna give y'all a little bit of comedy, and then after that y'all can enjoy. So I go up first, and here I am. I'm telling my jokes. This is when I used to go up on stage with the panties on my face.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was when I was doing that, and
iconic move.
yeah, yeah. I used to go up on stage. They were about extra large. I went up on the stage and I had said that I'll be like, y'all smell that? Is it me or do it smell like some wet ass pussy? I would say that, and that joke did not sell. So then I did my Crown Royal vanilla joke with Coke. That didn't sell.
How'd that go?
Would it be like, hey, what y'all drinking on? You know, okay. I'm drinking my favorite, Crown Vanilla. Now, normally I get it with Coke, but I snorted that shit before I came in here. That didn't sell. Then you got this guy, then you got one of the alumni. We are arguing. My date, who I brought with me to it, she's telling him to shut up. And I'm going at it with him. So I'm like, man, you know what? Y'all, okay, yeah, y'all ain't obviously feeling this and everything. Okay, I'm gonna get off the stage, you know, and then that was that. And then after I get off, I tell myself, I'm like, man, that was literally the most embarrassing shit I think that ever happened to me in stand-up before.
Why didn't you try another joke?
But because they wasn't feeling it.
And early on, that's the hard part. You got to learn to sit there and take it on the chin. You do your time, whether it sucks or not. You know, but early on, that's what I did when the lady got me. I abandoned ship. I'm like, all right, y'all, I've had enough of this.
Yeah, because we're like these guys are obviously not here to hear no jokes. They're here to enjoy the reunion, you know. And some of these jokes that we're telling, it's probably not appealing to their old asses anyway. So
I'm to the point now. If I start bombing, I'm like, if y'all ain't gonna laugh, I'm gonna do the rest of this time all dick jokes. Like if I'm gonna be uncomfortable, everybody gonna be uncomfortable.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now I never did deal for heckler. I mean, I ain't gonna say I never dealt with heckler before, but except for that guy whom I was going at it with. But I remember one time at the Funny Stop, I did a joke saying how in Alabama, you know, y'all got meth heads because you know meth heads lose their teeth. Mm-hmm. I said they got field goals for gaps. They can try for the Crimson Tide. And then one girl gonna stand up and say, "What? That's not true. We ain't got no meth heads in Alabama." And I said, "Now you know that shit is true. You know all meth heads come from the South." And then when I said that, she for some reason just sat back down.
Hey, the real Walter White from Alabama, like
for real?
the guy that they based Breaking Bad off of, he was doing it in Alabama.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
To your point, yeah.
Oh okay. Oh wow. Wow, I wouldn't even know that, man. And so Tyrone, so I had asked Mark the question when he called, and I'm gonna ask you the same thing too. You know, have you ever been driven to want to move out of here, or you know, I mean, because I know you want to make it in the comedy scene. Mm-hmm. So what have been your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like Cleveland is a tough city. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel like there's so much talent here. You know what I mean? So it's hard to make it. You know, everybody. I'm funny too. You know what I'm saying? I rap, I sing, I do all that, and I think a lot of people in Cleveland don't really respect what you got going until you make it outside of Cleveland. Like people really didn't rock with Bone until Bone got with Eazy-E. They're like, oh, that's my cousin. And I still live 2 streets over from them. You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
But they've been in Cleveland making music and doing the same thing they was doing with Eazy when they was here. But I think it's a little bit of both. I think once you make it outside of Cleveland, you can come back home and make this your headquarters, you know, but
yeah,
I think you got to do both. You got to make it here and there.
Yes, that is true. And Cleveland, a harsh city. It is indeed. I mean, I do feel like that Cleveland, you know, and like I've said this before, I'll say it again, you know, it is one of them cities where it is hard to get the supporters, you know.
Yeah, but you don't realize the training we get here. Like I've been to other Midwest places, you know, doing comedy, and their audiences seem polite. They seem more willing to give the joke a chance, you know what I'm saying? And like, oh man, this is cake, you know, but here you think this is how the world is, you know? You get out, you're like, oh man, they trained me, I got iron on, you know, I'm good.
Yeah, that is true. And then also, that also made me want to ask this. So, what would you say is your best performance you ever done? Like, what would you say was probably your top? What would you say was probably the best performance you ever did? That's just so memorable. You think about it.
Oh man, the best performance I did, I think, was probably my show at Silks. That was like the it felt like a growth spurt. So everything else I was doing, I took it real serious, and I was just in the pocket, and I never felt that much in control on stage. Like I knew like some jokes were gonna go over, but it was like, you know, take that joke, 2 for flinching, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of having my way up there.
Yeah.
That was like the first time I was like, okay, I can control this instead of just trying to speed through my set, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was and that was in January.
Okay, nice. Yeah. And we had such a good time at Silks when he was hosting it too.
You killed up there that day too, man.
Oh man, thanks.
Yeah. I've been seeing your growth. Let me say it on here, man. I've been seeing Ryan's growth, man. We both was started off just trying to figure it out, you know. But I see it, man. I see you, bro.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I know you said last night. You said what?
I would say that too.
Yeah.
I see your growth.
Well, you know, I'm just trying to make it, man.
Look, last night was the most poised I've ever seen you on stage.
I'm already saying
I'm looking at him. He was up there just cool and swinging his little drink. I'm like, man, not his little drink. I kept sounding like my sister. Your little jokes on your little drink. I seen you.
Oh yeah, I was just because everybody else seemed like they was chilling. Like you seemed like you was chilling. Chad seemed like he was chilling. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, okay, well, and this was a better crowd than what it was last week.
And I think it's different. I think the energy's different when they put us right there in the middle.
Yeah.
That's at like the door trying to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I would rather prefer to be there,
mm-hmm.
to be like in the middle on the spotlight and everything.
Yeah.
Because it was just cool, you know. I mean, I felt, very rare I'd be feeling that chill at some shows.
Yeah.
At that time, I would definitely come back to and perform at Martini's again.
Yeah.
Yes. If y'all wasn't there last night, man, if y'all wasn't there last night, y'all missed a good ass show.
Well, they asking, can you guys say a joke? They want to hear your dick joke.
Oh. Okay. Hey, go ahead. We talking about anything on here.
Oh my gosh! See, every time they want to hear the dick jokes, I start getting a little hard. But I got it tucked in my sock though. Y'all safe.
Okay.
But I don't know if I do dick jokes. I warm up first and then get to the dick jokes.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So COVID's still real, right? I was kicking it with this young lady, and she had this coughing fit at my house, and I kicked her out. But she ended up only having strep throat. But I'm pretty sure I got strep dick at this point. Strep dick.
Oh, there you go.
Now, if y'all like that one, there's more to come. I'm going to be doing shows all around the city. Folk pay. Just buy a ticket and come see me. And I might have another joke for you at the end.
Hey, we would love to hear it.
Yeah, don't give away what we can sell.
Yes.
Right, they want a joke from you too.
They want a joke from me? Mm-hmm. Well, since they heard the Crown Royal joke, okay. Here's another. Okay, here's one joke. So, started substitute teaching about 2 months ago, and it's mostly been K through 4. And don't you just love it when you see kids? It's just so adorable when you see kids cry over the dumbest shit. And they be like, Mr. Polk, how come I couldn't be the line leader? Or Mr. Polk, how come I couldn't carry the basket down to the cafeteria? Mr. Polk, my pencil broke. And I'd be like, shut the fuck up, Dashiki. I don't give a shit about your pencil.
Damn. I can't believe you're a substitute. That's so crazy to me.
and then I'll finish it off with this. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I do substitute teaching for the money because I am one of them adults that's like, fuck them kids. I mean, I'm not saying I'll do anything like sell your kids, but kids are like kidneys. Nobody misses one.
That's funny.
That is one of the
I am
ones.
calling the school board tomorrow.
I'm going to think about some more substitute teaching jokes, but I mean, like you said, I can't believe I'm a substitute teacher either because I never had no thoughts about being no damn teacher.
Do you roast the kids?
Do I roast the kids? I haven't roasted any kids yet. I mean, I'll be sarcastic with them sometimes, but I never did like actually like made jokes about them and stuff.
Yeah, but no, but shout out that you're a black man teacher. That's dope, man.
Oh yeah, yes.
We had this substitute growing up, Mr. Grooms.
Yeah.
Black man teacher, bald headed. He used to play. I think he used to play baseball because he would throw erasers at the kids that they was talking.
Yeah.
Right, and accurate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Tyrone, poof. You know, Alicia, poof. Kids be walking home with like big chalk prints on the side of their head and shit.
What the?
Hey, but he was effective though, man. We respected him.
Yeah, they. I don't know. I'm just still shocked that I did it because it was never something that I never did imagine doing. But I am happy to be able to be a black sub in the community to make a difference. Because even when I go to these schools, they always be like, we be needing subs all the time and stuff and everything, man. So hey, it's definitely on my resume, and I am gonna renew my license too for it because I may never know when I might need some damn money. But yes, I definitely am going to be renewing the license.
What's the age limit?
The age limit? What do you mean?
That you substitute?
When I had signed up for it, I did K through 4, but my first 2 days of subbing, it was 8th grade.
Oh,
I
God
was actually
bless
shocked. That was interesting. It was interesting. And it was at my old school, too, Memorial.
They're about to punch this little nigga in the mouth. Like,
Dude. Man, and that's how it was some students that made me feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my first day of subbing, here I am. It was for physical. It was for PE, and I wanted to do PE because I love fitness and stuff and sports. So the first day, I gotta deal with this asshole kid throws a damn dodgeball at this girl's face, hits her in the eye. Then he just runs out the classroom, and one of the new policies in the schools now is that for some reason if a kid runs out the classroom, you can't chase after him. You just gotta call the office. So he hits her in the eye and then just runs out the classroom. So then I had to call the office and just tell them that, hey, such is running the hallway in the classroom.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Look, when I went to school, the teachers were still allowed to whoop your ass.
Oh, the paddle.
They had paddles, and you could maybe the ruler across the hands if you did something light, but they were still allowed to paddle you.
No, yeah, see, these schools, they're getting too soft. That's what they're doing. Yeah. They don't believe in the discipline.
Man, I'm like that. And the fear kept you in line until you learn what respect was.
Yeah.
You get older, like, oh, that's why she punched me in the mouth. I get it.
Yeah. So since both of you are parents, if the schools were to bring back the paddle right now, how would you be against it or no? Tyrone?
See, I don't know, man. Like I feel like when I was a kid, I feel like the adults were more adult. Like it was more integrity. It was less perverts. It was cool if the neighbor whooped your kid. You know what I mean? Because you kind of knew them. You didn't know their whole business, but you was like, all right. It was in good faith. There wasn't no goofy stuff going on. So now, I don't know. I'd have to really get to know the school before I could say yes. I want to say yes, but I would have to do a lot of investigation to make sure it was in good faith. Good faith ass whoopings. That's all I care about.
What about you, Ayana?
I would say no. I think my whoopings would be suffice. One rule that I have with my children was don't ever let the school call me. Because when you come home, you don't suffer those consequences.
Oh man, you sound like my dad.
Look, I felt it when she said it. I'm like, oh, straightened up.
That's what my dad would be like. My dad would say, hey, if I get a call from that school and if I gotta come up here, it is your ass. My dad was one of them parents that would give you a whooping in front of the classroom.
Right. So I was pretty strict, but that was the foundation that I laid with my children.
That's dope. That's a mama right there.
Yes.
I remember my daddy's whoopings. My daddy's whoopings would would sustain. Like you said, they suffice. Look, my daddy's whoopings last you about 9-10 months before you try something else. You know.
I don't know. My dad reminded me of Joe Jackson only on the whooping part because he used to whoop that ass.
Or you
Like,
bad,
I was bad. Like I remember one time I got a whooping at JCPenney because I was hiding underneath the clothes racks, like messing around. I was underneath the clothes racks and stuff, hiding underneath there and stuff. Next thing you know, Dad takes me to the dressing room, whoops my ass. Yeah.
Shouldn't have had that in the
Yeah, that's what he did. He had whooped my ass in the dressing room, and so, but I don't know if I would be against it. I mean, I don't have any kids, but you know, because I'm kind of feeling like what Ayana feels like. You know, hey, if I get a call from the school, then yes, it is definitely curtains for your ass when you get home.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the same time, though, you know, hey, if they want to be hard headed, now listen. And the teacher gotta whoop your ass a few swats, then I don't know. Maybe that'll still learn you.
That was just the warm up. You know,
Exactly. Okay, you know what? That's just the warm up.
Right.
Yeah, that was the warm up. The workout is gonna be when you get home.
Yeah.
And Decisive was talking about how they was banned from Facebook for 15 days. So, do you know I actually got flagged for the first time on Facebook yesterday?
For what?
Really?
I got flagged because this girl posted a picture of her son where she posted a picture of putting makeup on her son, and in the caption it said he loves to put on my makeup. So I shared the picture and I said, man, okay, and you know what? I will, you know, and I'm gonna love whooping his ass with this belt. So
Right.
so I get flagged. I get flagged for saying that, and of course the debate is going on. You know, some people said that I should have a talk with him first if that was a situation.
Or you gotta say, I will pop the meat on his behind.
No, I wonder that would get me flagged.
Words are so crazy.
Yeah, your words are definitely.
But I'm just saying. Oh, okay. So back to this. I mean, okay. So both of y'all are parents. I mean, Ayana. I mean, I know you do have sons. You know, how would you feel if you just walked up in the house and then you see your kid wearing your makeup or put that shit on? How would you feel?
Well,
What do you think would be the best situation to do?
I would say no. You are a boy. You don't do that. Makeup is for women, and I would talk to my brothers and have my brothers talk to them.
Straighten them out.
Yeah.
Straighten them out.
No, but the men in my family are very masculine and they are rough. So.
Okay, so overall your answer would be that yeah, they would have to have a talk.
I would
with your
definitely
brothers.
have to talk with them. I would have to talk to them and say no. Now you know.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let your uncles or your daddy talk to you.
Mhm.
You know, so you can have an understanding. Makeup it's for men actually because they do use it when they are on stage and in movies, but men don't wear makeup.
Man, well the makeup that this guy was wearing, he was looking like Lil Nas X almost or something. That's what he was looking like. Dude had on glitter, eyeshadow, all that shit. I'm like, man.
In my opinion, I think little boys shouldn't play with that yet. They're still trying to identify with who they are.
Yes. And Tyrone, what about you? What do you think would be the best situation to handle it?
I got a daughter, so I teach her certain masculine qualities. She's still like a girl, you know what I mean? But just some like self-defense and things, whatever. But I'll tell you, one of my worst ass whoopings I ever got. My grandma used to keep all her jewelry out, old grandma style.
Yeah.
So one day I had all her necklaces on, right? So because in my mind, I'm Mr. T. I'm trying to put the Mr. T chains on, right? So I'm walking around and I see my granddad. I'm like, I'm Mr. T. He slapped the shit out of me. Like, get your punk ass, take that shit off right now. And I'm like, but I'm Mr. T. He didn't care nothing about that.
Yeah, he as soon as he saw them pearls, he was like, shit, this fool.
But I think it was more about a standard, like this is what our family doesn't represent this, for good or bad. Like, you can be happy later, but as long as you're under this house, you know what I'm saying, you're going to go with our rules. You know, this is the uniform. This is what we expect. This is what's gonna happen.
You set the foundation.
Yeah.
Yes. But I don't know. It's just that now I will say this now. If I did have a son, you know, and or a daughter, and if they was to talk about this whole, you know, like, oh, I want to be transgender, want to transition from a girl, want to transition to a boy. As long as you're living in my house, no, that is not going to happen. Now, when you're 18, do whatever the hell you want. But no, if you came into this house as a girl or a boy, you're going to leave this house as a boy and a girl.
And, you know, it was controversial to me with that. You know what I mean? And like these views are expressed by me, Tyrone Gaines alone, or whatever. But you know, according to the world, it's a natural fact that you're born gay. Gay people are born gay. That's what they say, natural. But if you're born a man, it's debatable. Like you don't got to stay. You don't got to stay stuck there. I'm like, well, why is this ironclad and this is flimsy? It seems like, you know, if you're born with the equipment, you kind of should have to stay there. It's the cards you dealt. But this is, you can't argue this, that you're born gay. Like, you can't argue that. That's just, you know, science, apparently.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just the world kind of picks and chooses what causes they want to get behind.
Yeah, and you know what, I'm not like against or nothing. You know, I'm not against that whole, you know, LBG, whatever it's called.
Oh, it's actually the LGBTQQ2SIPAA+.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. See. Okay. That's too many. Well. Whatever. Well. What he just said. Yeah. I'm not against it. But at the same time, you know, I'm not one of those that take part that do take part in it. The closest I take part in that is watching two lesbians get it in.
Oh, man.
Or if I want to do a threesome with two women, that's probably the closest that I take part. I take part in it.
I got kicked out of this college class. I had this female teacher, right? I couldn't tell if she was lesbian or trans, but she had a boys' presentation, right?
Yeah.
And she started telling me about the whole trans thing in the class. So I tell her, I'm transracial, you know? Like, I identify as a white person. My outward appearance doesn't reflect my internal identity or whatever. And she's got mad at me, like I'm playing around with it. I'm like, but if somebody born with a penis can be a woman, why can't I be white and get treated like a white person? You know?
That is true.
Yeah.
I respect what people want to be. I mean, at the end of the day, God knows who you are.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to argue you down when you make that choice. I just respect where you're at. And I just want you to respect where I'm at. You know, everybody has their own belief system. Do I believe in it? No, I believe God made man for woman and woman for man. We're supposed to procreate. So I respect people where they're at.
If I have any hate or whatever, or it's more jealousy. It's like, because, you know, the world got soft for them. You know, like just, you know, I'm being brave. No criticism, just compliments.
Mm-hmm.
But the world never got soft for black people. You know, it was like, nigga, get it together.
Right. You're absolutely
And that's the whatever jealousy or feelings I have towards it. It's just like, well, damn, you know, like, it's been hard being a nigga. Can I get some support?
A little disclaimer. We can't say that word.
A ninja. It's hard being a ninja. Yeah. A Nigerian. I don't know. I'm gonna figure out a word for it. But it's hard. We never got that allowance. We never got that. It was just, we had to be tough and fight through it. You know, work twice as hard for half as much, and this was the standard for us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but you know what? That's why black people need to rise up. You know what I'm saying? We still have, I hate to use this word, those house people and those field people. But you know what? If black people was ever to stand up, you know what I'm saying? We have to create what they already stole from us. You know what I'm saying? We have to get it back. But a lot of people are, you know, hypnotized is not the word I'm looking for, but
you're right there.
Their mental state just ain't gonna allow us all to do it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that most of us are on the struggle and poverty makes it hard too.
Yeah.
Like my uncle was telling me about, they had this protest going on in the 70s for some company that did something, and the way the company stopped the protest, they gave everybody job applications.
What?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And the guys were, oh man, how much an hour? Threw the sign down, like.
Right.
No man, and then I be wondering though, man, like, you ever wonder like if you was ever born in those like in the 50s and 60s and stuff and everything, you know how old you would have done during that time? Because I don't know if I've been able to handle it. I've been done got to a fight or something, or or I've been like, or hey, if you're gonna spray me with some fire hoses, I'm wearing me a raincoat or something, or I'm gonna throw a swing or something. You know, I'm gonna make sure that I got me some Well, no, pepper spray. I don't know if pepper spray was invented back then. Yeah, because you ain't about to have no dog bite me on the ass either. I'm have to carry a bat or something.
Look, I'm getting with the dude that's running the numbers. I'm gonna get some protection, you know. I'm gonna go with Bumpy.
Right, Bumpy Johnson.
Or I'll make a joke saying because I got some white in my family. I'll be like, okay, so me, I'm mixed. So technically, I can drink from the white and black, fountains. Is that right? I'll make a joke. I'll be like, so since I'm mixed. Am I allowed to drink from the white and black, or am I okay to sit anywhere on the bus? Hey, I'll be like, hey, Rosa, you can come sit in the front of the bus. Yeah.
We got us an uppity Negro around here.
Yeah, you can say, yeah, I'll be like that. If I'm mixed, I'll make sure that like I got equal rights for. I'll be like, yeah, you see these eyes? Black people, we ain't got eyes like this, so I'm mixed. Okay, so let me drink from the fountain, let me sit in the front of the bus, then, and when it comes to the protest, please, don't spray me with no fire hose or don't stick no chihuahua on me or nothing.
Man, right. See, that's what it got me. I would have been at the protest because I'm scared of dogs. As soon as we're not gonna overcome today. I'm gonna come tomorrow.
You're not gonna overcome today. You're gonna come tomorrow. But, and also, I do want to get on this subject. I mean, Ayana, I know you ain't no sports fan.
I know a little bit about sports.
So, can somebody please tell me what the hell had happened with women's basketball with LSU and shit? Because I've really been following it. All I'm knowing is, next thing you know, I'm on social media and people's doing the memes of the girl doing this with the finger and stuff.
All right,
I'm like, what the hell happened?
I got you. I can't think of her name. The white girl, Caitlin. Yeah, she's a beast. She's like Larry Bird. She talks shit. Y'all say shit.
Yeah, you can't. You say
Caitlin, black or white?
Caitlin is the white girl.
What'd you say, decisive? Oh, I thought she said something.
I'm on the phone. Yeah. So Caitlin's the white girl. She's a beast. She be dropping 30 points a game, and this is her thing. Like the old John Cena, you can't see me. Whatever. That's just her move. So her and the black girl playing, and the black girl see that they about to win, so she goes see the white girl like, wow, and the white girl took it on the chin, like it's part of the game. You know what I mean? It was white America, like, oh my gosh, this Negro is gonna disrespect our pure princess and all this stuff. But
like she can't do what she can do.
Yeah, but I'm saying like this part of the game. If you watch the NBA, Steph Curry be dancing around. Mutombo used to do the finger. Jordan do the shrug. Like everybody has a little signature taunt.
Right.
It's just white America making a big deal about it.
Okay, because I thought it had something.
Thug and everything.
That's just code for the N-word. They call us a thug.
Oh wow, yeah, I can believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I thought it had something to do with winning a championship or something.
But that's what she was in the ring for. Like, yeah, we about to beat you. But it was it's trash talk. People do that all the time. That's part of basketball,
And they won that game, right?
Yeah, and the black girl did exactly to her what the white girl did. It wasn't like she got ratchet or nothing. Like, same back to you,
Yeah, and that white girl was talking trash earlier.
You said what happened, decisive?
Caitlin was talking trash earlier.
Yeah, Caitlin's been talking trash the whole season.
But what was it when they were saying Biden's wife said something? What did she say?
I didn't hear what she said.
Yeah, that was she apologized for whatever she said, but I didn't hear exactly what it said.
But I mean, they shouldn't have said nothing. People talking trash at basketball. Yeah.
Because you do that.
But
with football, basketball.
But America, I think, has a problem with black arrogance, right?
Yeah.
And I was watching the trial with Ocho Cinco. He was in trial for something. But they said, not guilty. Woo, good stuff, right? He slapped his lawyer on the butt. Like, good job, baby.
I remember that.
Judge said contempt of court.
Yeah, I remember that.
But you got too happy, Negro. You should have said took your win and got up out of here. But you want to celebrate.
You're right.
Can I chime in on Jill? Undercover racist Biden real quick. Her and Joe.
That's why I couldn't wait for you to get back in here.
Listen, her and Joe need to go kick steel with their bare feet. Take their kids and their mom and their daddies with them. Listen, Jill, when she opened up her mouth, first of all, she showed her true colors. Thank you for exposing your husband, heifer. Because we can't seem to get a law to protect us as black people yet. So thank you, Jill bitch Biden, for exposing your undercover racist behavior, heifer. Because never in the world of sports history have we ever had a winner and a loser come to the White House. So I'm praying that the Obamas step up, because that's those girls' desire to meet with Michelle instead of Jill's bitch ass. Because I couldn't even imagine sitting up there smiling in that woman's face, and so far they've declined the invite, and I would too. Where you come from, heifer?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this has been a lifetime of this, and all of a sudden, because some Becky didn't win.
And you never hear from Jill.
No, you don't, but she decided to chime in on this. She should have just shut up.
Yeah, you don't believe that from her.
We can't win for losing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lord, when it comes to this thing here, we can't win for losing, all because of these ignoramuses that we've had over the past almost 8 years. Yeah. Now, they can't stand it to the point, because nobody but Putin wanted to deal with Trump, and don't nobody want to deal with Biden. I wish Muhammad Ali was alive so him and Obama could go back and talk to these people.
Man, right?
Even the Queen kissed Obama, you know what I'm saying? But according to even our own people, we can't even win with that.
Yeah.
That was a peaceful time in our lives when he was president. Yeah. Everybody loved the man. Even the babies loved the man. How many babies have you seen reject Trump? Babies start crying before they get to him. And why them women put them babies up for torture like that? I don't get it.
Babies can feel the evil coming off.
Yes. And he probably stank.
Yeah. He probably stank.
Yeah. Right. He probably stank.
Well, yeah, because when I saw it, I was thinking the whole thing has something to do with a championship, because I don't watch women's
that was a college championship.
Yeah, that's what it was about. That's why it was such a big deal.
Yeah. They made it. Wow. Yeah, those were the Final Four NCAA tournament. Yeah.
It's kind of pointless on how they're blowing this thing up. Like, it really is very stupid.
Man, go back and watch the Larry Bird highlights. Look at the trash he talked. And Larry Bird was playing against, like, Magic Johnson. And, he like some real stuff. He was like, I'm here. What's up? That's the game,
Times have changed, though, so that's just...
Oh, yeah, nowadays in the game, it feels like they want to attack you for everything. You're talking some type of trash.
It's just the bravado. It makes you a better basketball player. You got to have that swag. I'm about to do some creative stuff and embarrass you.
Right.
And then she mentioned Trump's punk ass. So, okay, I haven't really been following that case either. So, is his ass actually about to get, like, going to jail or some shit? Or is he...
He can be pardoned because he's the president. He was.
Rich white people don't go to jail. Ever.
Yeah.
They have a fine, and they usually pay the fine with money that they stole in the first place. So they'll be okay.
He got to do some months.
And what is he getting indicted on?
I bet he do some months.
Man, I don't even know what the charge is. But if he do, he gonna be in Goodfellas jail. When they was cutting the garlic with the razor blade.
So I never seen Goodfellas before.
Oh, you gotta see Goodfellas.
Yeah, I've never seen Goodfellas, but I know that like if you're rich and got money, you can't be put in a nice luxurious cell.
That's what I was gonna say. He's gonna be in a rich jail.
Yeah.
Like, or you could be like Martha Stewart.
There you go.
Yeah, the Martha Stewart jail.
Kicking it.
You'll be having steak and lobster during lunch, while the other inmates is having bread and water.
Why isn't my Merlot at room temperature?
Yeah. Instead of having flip flops, you'll get Crocs.
Have my bed made.
Right.
Hey, that's what I always tell people. If I ever go to jail, I gotta go to the Martha Stewart jail, because I got asthma, I got sinus issues, I'm gonna lie.
Are you rich?
Not yet.
Look, I'm gonna show you the pictures of the jail they had Bill Cosby in. Look, Bill Cosby was in county. Yes, he was in Arizona, I think.
With all the money he had.
Man, that's what I'm saying. They made an example out of him. They sent him to county. He was in there with Junebug and Tink Tink. Like,
wow.
What? He didn't have no luxurious jail cell? Oh,
no, man.
But he didn't really do all his time, though, did he?
No, he did the whole 3 years. That was the minimum he was supposed to.
Okay.
I thought he was supposed to do like 7 or something.
It was 3 to 10. He could have got.
But I thought he got out early.
Yeah, he did. Well, in a way, he did.
No, I'm just saying he did his minimum sentence.
Okay, he did the minimum. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, did you guys watch the new Surviving R. Kelly came out on Netflix?
Is it a new one?
Yeah, it's a part 3.
Oh my God.
Decisive was like, what? There's a part 3 of Surviving R. Kelly on Netflix.
We could have gathered all these broads together at one time, man. Jesus.
I actually need to finish. So I started the first episode, but I fell asleep. But yeah, the Surviving R. Kelly thing. It was actually pretty interesting to me. I mean, I do want to watch it.
Man, every time I watch those, I end up pissed.
Oh, why? Because
nobody. Okay.
He said, oh damn. Okay, I got it now. Damn, I'm slow. Okay, I'm slow. Hey, use that, man. In the set.
I might try that.
Especially since Surviving R. Kelly just came out, the new one. You should say it.
Dude, I might bring my R. Kelly jokes back.
Yeah, you definitely. You definitely should say. You said, "Yeah, man, I'm pissed."
Man, that stuff with R. Kelly sounds so crazy.
I mean,
it's
I gotta
real,
watch
though.
it.
It's not just him. He just one that
But
used.
the thing that gets me about, if I'm that rich, I'm gonna go pay me a grown woman that looks like a little girl, you know, just to make it legal. You know what I mean? Or if I'm,
right person in his ear, tell him.
or even Bill Cosby, I would have paid a broad to pretend to be asleep if this is what I'm into. You know what I mean? Just to keep it legal. I'm not trying to.
They didn't have the right people in their ear.
No, they should have had Tyrone.
I would have had him.
Tyrone.
I'm like, no, dog. Listen, I know a lady. Don't mess with her. I know somebody. She with
They
it.
could have called on Tyrone.
See, you said Dr. Cosby.
Yes.
And let me tell you something about Dr. Cosby.
She came. See the walk. She came in like, let me tell you something.
All them bitches was liars. Okay.
Yeah, I believe it.
Like,
I'm on your side.
I'm not with that. You know, first of all, I'm a survivor of sexual violence, you know, and I'm not waiting no 33 to 45 years later. You know, and then when you turn to, like, you know, if anybody was watching, like, they asked these women, what took you so long? Did you get paid? Were you billed? Of course, they're not going to admit that Dr. Cosby was paying them to be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Well, then what took you so long?
And that's my thing.
I was scared of what? That man wasn't in your life. You weren't even in the same state. Like, I don't get it.
You weren't even acting no more if you was worried about your career. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And none of them had a career. You know, in Beverly Johnson and what's her name, Janice Dickinson, they both got called out when they tried to come up with their lies about it.
Beverly Johnson was definitely a lie. She was like, he gave me some tea. And I'm like, I felt funny. I'm like, I cussed him out and I drove home. I'm like, wait a minute.
Right.
You cussed him out. You was just that strong and independent.
And Janice Dickinson's assistant at the time came and busted her wide open.
She just wanted to stay relevant.
Yeah, she did. Yes, she did.
And how he paid them and they still can come forward.
Yeah. After settlements, that's why he out. Because if they went against, because here's the thing: when you trying to buy NBC, just like y'all need to protect Jamie Foxx and Tyler Perry because they coming for them next.
Yeah.
Because they trying to take BET away from Viacom, and we know Viacom is the father, the mother, and the sister and the brother of TV right now. They own everything.
That was the company that canceled Nick Cannon.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was?
yes, it was.
Oh, wow.
For him telling the truth. Absolutely. You know, child, you said Nick Cannon, and he should have just shut up because he ain't living none of his truth. All that stuff he talked, and he did speak a good portion of the truth, but he out here on some mess having all these kids kind of trifling.
He can afford it, I don't know.
It's more than all, but I don't care if you can afford it. Like, here's the thing. You got kids out here that aren't going to have you. What's money worth?
I mean, you know.
No. Unacceptable.
I mean, I don't know if his plan is to get them all together or whatever, but
he can't be a father to all of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be important times, miss. Look at how close they are in age.
Yeah,
Prom and homecoming and stuff like that gonna be hitting back to back for all of them, and some gonna want them there.
I mean,
all of them gonna want them there. He ain't gonna be able to fulfill that.
Well, he has money.
But he ain't us though. Yeah.
He can build his foundation where he has all of his children at his house. He has enough money to build that foundation.
Them women ain't gonna let that happen.
And he got private jet money.
He get them together now. They have before they even say or he's gonna have a child by them. They have to agree.
That would be a good idea, but
yes,
but look here.
I mean, now how it's gonna play out?
Come on now, keep it 100. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
He can still be a father to all those kids.
Yeah, but all of them are. It's not gonna happen in one. I can see Cam Newton. Cam Newton got 6 kids. He get all his 6 kids together, but this man working on 13.
But I feel like at this point,
it's not. What is it? It's never been done. It can't spread like that.
And then others who have 26 kids and they are great dads to all of their kids.
No, but I'm saying, at this point, it's on the ladies. Like, you know when Nick Cannon coming
ain't
with.
No average man with no 26 kids, no great father to 26 of them.
I know a lot of older men who have done it.
Well, hold up. Before we get off of Nick Cannon, I'm saying, like, it's on the ladies, though, at this point. You know Nick Cannon coming in.
And some of them already
best.
Complaining. That's the issue. That's why you know it's not going to work. Oh, yeah, she started. I forgot which one, the brown skin one started tweeting.
Really?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, Google it. Google it, yes.
Everything was working out.
No, it ain't all working
If I give you a baby and a lifestyle that you can't afford yourself, shut up. You better not say nothing bad
Yeah,
about
but
my
here's
name.
the thing. But that's not what it's about. Like, you can have all the money, all the accolades in the world, but if your spirit is weak, it ain't worth nothing. At the end of the day,
she would have been a
these kids
single
don't
mama
want
in the
their
project.
daddy.
She would have been a single mama in the projects. You know, I'm not gonna be single and rich. Like I'm gonna be around.
She was gonna be somewhere. She was out there vixening.
He has a description that he gives all of them, and they all agree to him. All of them get along now.
No,
you know, it's like polyamorous.
You gonna learn, girl.
It's like polyamorous. Now, I'm not no fan of polyamorous.
I'm just me neither.
But I'm just saying you have to share.
Yeah, but
y'all
you talking smoke and
this.
mirrors, and that is not the case. At the end of the day, these women are human, and these kids are human.
I still think he could be a great father.
He ain't gonna be no great father. He worked a lot. He gonna always have to maintain.
Have to work. That's
he gonna have to maintain, and that's gonna conflict with the lives of those kids. Those kids don't care about that money. They gonna want to hug their daddy. They gonna want to play with their daddy. And trust me, some of them gonna feel some type of way when they see him over in one direction.
I mean, that's part
not
of having
healthy.
Siblings, though.
Not healthy. And then you pass around your lupus gene.
What?
Okay, now you're right about that. I have to agree with you.
Ain't nobody ever thought.
Yeah.
You're right, though.
Ain't nobody ever thought about that. Like, I ain't gonna have his baby because he got lupus. No, once you in love, you in love. Ain't nobody thought about that.
But I'm saying, though, he already lost one kid because of illness. And now you got a bunch of kids that can potentially, you know, like lupus can, on the onset of lupus, like we got a lady here on Wednesdays that does the lupus show, and her lupus got discovered at the age of 14. Wow. I got a friend, shout out to Cherry Allen. Her lupus was discovered at 20-something years old on Thanksgiving Day.
Wow.
We found her passed out in her bedroom. She had to have brain surgery, had a trach and everything on the whole thing, and she ain't even mobile anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know, for men, like, there's a lot of men that don't talk about it, and then there's a lot of men, but it comes stronger, and men, that gene could be passing a lot stronger through them than even the female. I wish he would just chill.
Right. Well, nobody never took it to the level that you're talking about.
Yeah, you know, I think about that because back in 2016, December 11th to be, wait a minute, that's the day my grandfather passed, but still, that was the last day that he was here. He got air flighted from Cleveland to New York. We had done America's Got Talent all weekend. He was here, sick, and he got light flighted from Cleveland to New York, and he spent all the rest of that time, all the way up until February, in the hospital.
Wow.
Yeah, ain't no joke. You know, like I said, he already lost one kid and stuff. Like, he doing too much.
Right.
I'm sorry, he doing too much. Love what you got. You built a great legacy with 13 kids. You know, you built you. That's a lot to work with for your future. You know, just.
Well, let me get a couple of $1 million and see. I'm gonna have one in every state.
He got millions.
Yeah, hey, but y'all listen. I want to backtrack to R. Kelly because recently, and this has been an instance in the past too. You know, we heard these stories about women getting with these school-age kids, and one of the incidents was here in Columbus, Ohio.
Really?
So she was 30, he was 15, and when the judge asked her what did she see in him, what made her attracted to him, he's intelligent and all this stuff, and I'm like, what, a 10th grader? Are you serious? Yeah. I'm just saying that to say this. I don't even want to get into that dumb heifer's mess. You know, I will say that to say this, though, that it's a lot of women getting away with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they not in jail. You know what I'm saying? And people like R. Kelly, who suffered from childhood trauma because he was getting molested at a very young age. Him and his brothers, instead of getting the treatment that he needs, because this man thought he was on the right side of life. He thought he was correcting his life by going back and getting these, even though, I'll hold that for a second, but he thought he was correcting his life by going and getting what he didn't have before. Yeah. That's mental dysplasia.
That is, because you see still a kid in his head.
Yes.
And maybe the same thing with the teacher. Maybe she got an adult job, but mentally She might have been 15.
Ooh, but then it could've
Hey,
been
I
like
don't know about
yeah.
that. That woman is an idiot. And then she got mad because, they got together later on down the line and had another kid. And then she wanted to, they got married. And then she wanted to divorce him because he was watching porn. And he was like, well, I watch it 1 or 2 times a week. She said, yeah, but he don't watch it with me and stuff like that. And I'm like, maybe because you look like, Moses' sister.
Yes.
And he don't want you no more because, she older. He's
Right.
old. He's still a young man, and that's just a messy, nasty situation. And but as far as R. Kelly, I don't think it's fair, and that's the reason why I believe he'll be getting off a lot. So there's gonna be a lot of people upset in 2 or 3 years, or maybe even sooner, when they're like, oh, R. Kelly's getting an early release. Why? Because first of all, the charges that were brought against them, they did not fit the crime. Child exploitation and stuff like that. When did he do that? He didn't have none of those girls up in his video.
Nothing.
Exactly.
And they sensationalizing it to make it worse. Because like a lot of stuff he did, if the girls were grown, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
It would just been that's what y'all did when y'all did it.
Right.
Yeah. Can I bring an important point to that
Sure.
then? The age of consent in Chicago used to be 16 up until 4 years ago. Now it's 17.
Yeah, they just
It's
raised North Carolina. North Carolina was 14.
What?
They just raised it to 16.
Woo, down
But look,
south.
okay, so
Lordy.
let me ask this though, right?
This why they gonna go back on it though, T.Y. Because
and I say age of consent. I'm talking about like your parents can sign off when you get married at 14.
yeah.
But let me ask this. Okay, so if your parent can consent to you getting married, can they consent to you having sex with an adult?
Well, if you consent to them getting married, that's
child
everything.
abuse.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's everything that marriage entails,
But
though,
they might
right?
left that's child abuse.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
saying if you consent them to get married, you pretty much saying that they're gonna have sex.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
That would say it's child abuse. Say,
Yeah.
I said my kid can have sex, well now you going to jail, so you about to get
Mhm.
Right.
And we know a lot of them parents walk them kids right to that man's door.
Yeah.
Thanks for the shit. You got the money, Arbor? You got the money?
Yeah. And then what about the girls that
be okay?
Yeah.
Get us this money.
But then what about the girls that didn't want to go though? Because it was girls in his house scrapping.
Well, he probably told them to do that.
No, he ain't told them to do nothing. He was in jail. He had no control over what they were doing. They were refusing to leave.
No, I'm talking about when he was in the house with them. He probably had them fighting.
Oh no, I'm talking about when he was gone.
That ex-wife?
Mm-hmm. She a mess too.
And she seemed dumb.
She a mess too, y'all.
You know
she
what?
a mess too.
Abused.
Yeah, I ain't saying respect to that, but she don't seem too bright.
A lot of people say she's not. She's very talented though, but she's
a very talented dancer.
Her mental capacity is messed up.
And she older than all, so what's up with that then?
You know what? When you don't get the help you need,
because it ain't good. I ain't putting that on him.
I'm not putting. But see, when you get abused for so long, and it's been proven, your mental capacity needs to be reconstructed.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm just saying though that I'm not saying those girls fighting during his time. I'm saying that while he was locked up and they was wanting them girls to get out their house and the girls was fighting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look, a couple of them was protesting like free R. Kelly.
Yes.
Like, we hungry. They didn't cut your cable off.
Their mama and daddies was outside telling them, "Come on, and leave me alone." Get it? They was.
Yeah, because look, I mean, it seems like they call it sex trafficking, but it seems more like old school pimping, right? It's always been teenage runaways looking for guidance. You know what I mean?
It's secret society with the industry. You know what I'm saying? Just like it is with all different other categories.
Yeah.
But that's what he's just the one that's exposed. It's a lot of them that do that.
Tons.
So
listen,
it's a lot of them.
Tons. Girl, yes. I'm talking about, and they the creators of it. Yeah.
Both ways.
Yeah, no. Understand what I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. I want you to go into this thing getting slapped.
No, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. When I say both ways, I'm saying male and female.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, both ways.
If Jada Pinkett had a house full of little boys, you think America would have cared?
What about that one? The one where they would go to that island and remember all of those
Epstein.
people? Yeah.
Epstein, look, and it was okay. And look, ain't nobody say nothing about Mr. Playboy. He had all them 16, 17-year-olds, but they weren't allowed to get them to the magazine till they were 18.
That's right.
Okay.
Because we have rules here.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Girl, they exploit him from all over the place.
Yeah, but nothing happened to him. Nothing happened to him.
He got money.
He had, so did R. Kelly.
He got
I feel like R. Kelly, they kept him in court they waited until his money ran out. They're like, okay, now we're gonna take him to jail.
All the lawyers and stuff.
We done drained him.
Did y'all hear that something about they can get his royalty money? No,
They
that's
can't.
too much.
They
I
can't.
know they can't, but
They just colonize your talent. They'll just come in like we're allowed to take it.
there you go.
It's ours now.
Oh, they do.
Eminent domain. This is mine now.
Right.
Yeah, I just tell you though, we gotta protect Tyler Perry and Jamie Foxx before they end up looking like Dr. Cosby.
Yeah.
Because they trying to purchase BET so that it can go back to being BET.
Hey, look, they might let BET go because I don't think it's really popping like we used to live on BET. I don't think we check in like we used to.
But that's the reason why they want to get it, because of course when you go into the boardrooms and stuff of BET, you know, like it's a few of us, James,
Reggie.
I'm just talking about some of the show hosts here. You know, we had the chance to, visit, you know what I'm saying, these locations and these studios and stuff, including, shout out to iHeart the Street, but none of us are in there.
Yeah.
And it's like, for real.
But y'all control what.
Wait a minute, how did that happen? How did that happen? And why, Bob Johnson? You know, I don't get that.
I don't know, man. I think at a certain point, for some black people, they become more rich than black. You know, like the people they're around. Like they're not thinking about the culture, like
they forget
the
all
everyday
about
man.
it. I agree, Debbie the past. Because, you know, after Bob, it was her. And it's like, for real,
I feel like
girl.
Kanye. I feel like Kanye got more rich than black. You know, and he just started talking crazy.
Well, y'all, he could have been a little bit more thorough on the information that he was putting out, but I wouldn't exactly call it crazy.
Yeah.
You know, when he said slavery is a choice, I definitely understood. You know what I'm saying? He said Harriet Tubman said it, she did. She said, I freed thousands of slaves, but I could have freed thousands more if they knew they were slaves.
Right.
You know, that's what he meant.
That's what
you know,
I'm
nowadays nowadays when people signing these contracts and stuff, hey, look, I'm a testament to it.
Yeah.
I walked away from the newsrooms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because slavery is a choice. Am I going to put out what y'all want me to put out about my people, or am I going to do something? Hey, this is a blessing right here.
I feel you.
This whole situation, it took a minute for me to take it in because my heart was broken because it didn't work out where I came from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then I had to think about it like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Especially even now, last year they put out a story I told them to put out years ago. Mm-hmm. But guess what? The black owner and creator of the event died. And now they cover it.
Oh, but not for the reason it should have been covered. Just because he died.
Exactly.
I got you.
Exactly. You know, it's this huge country music event out here in Ohio. And now, because of this, man, all the stars that come here and perform at this 3-day event.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, when I told them to cover it, because it's a big weekend, because Tim McGraw and all them, and Carrie Underwood and all them was coming here. Yeah, that wasn't enough for him. But when he died, that was enough for them to go out there and do it. And I'm just saying.
You know how they do it.
And then our stories. You know what I'm saying? To get a feel-good story, you can't get a feel-good story produced on the 6 or 11 o'clock news. Mm-hmm. Oh, but go on over here and take the segment over there with you to We the People, because I produced that show too.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah.
I've been doing her thing.
Oh, Decisive, she was doing her thing for years, man. She's a celebrity.
But I'm not no celebrity. But you know, hey, look, the newsroom is. I will say this. It's a plantation.
So let me ask you this: if you were born in the slavery time, how would you be? What
dead? Girl, they would have killed me a long time ago. I am too much. Yeah, they gonna. We gotta kill this bitch. Yeah, we can't have this. Either I'd be dead or I'd just be one of them historians that you be living to talk about, because I couldn't go for it. I would probably be one of them. I'd be telling them white girls, you know, he didn't want your ugly behind, and you sit up here crying rape. You lying bitch. I would have. You know.
That is decisive.
I wouldn't have made it. Either I wouldn't have made it, or y'all be talking about me today.
Yeah, we will see you at the Black History Museum. Yes, that's where we seeing her at.
Right.
We'll be like, and here lies Decisive. Decisive was her name,
right?
Because she, Yes, that was her name. She got
Oh,
lynched
Lordy,
for beating the shit out of Jim Bob.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Like, it was a damn shame what happened to Decisive. We
Yeah.
get to talk about it.
And then they'll have like probably have like the notes that she had written,
Okay.
you know, on display in the museum saying something. Man, I hated that bitch.
Hey, right.
That's what they would have in there.
My cousin like that too. He was like, I couldn't have been around for slavery. I don't know what I'd have been doing.
Lordy.
My nigga picking cotton, like the rest of us. Yeah, I would have been right there.
I would have been one of the rich black people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be trying to escape.
From one place to the next.
You had to get you a white man.
I'll be trying to escape, or I would just,
I can't wait to
I'm
take
hard headed, so I'll be trying to escape, or I just want to be doing it.
Yeah. You make some
Ryan be talking
barbecue
to Master,
sauce?
like, hey Dad, can I take a day off?
Oh yeah, that's what I've been. Yeah, can I take the day off, or maybe I could be a house Negro. Maybe let me do that, but I'm taking advantage of it.
Okay.
I'll be sitting on the job, enjoying the AC. I'll be enjoying the AC.
Okay, I'll be sitting a little while.
Drink me some nice tequila or something. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that right there is exactly what I'll be doing.
A nightclub. I'll be like, y'all come get some whiskey.
Right. Had it was speakeasy.
Yeah.
Or something. He said a
I
nightclub.
would be helping. I would be helping all the black people survive. You know what I'm saying? I would be like, I don't want to say the NAACP.
Oh, you don't be the NAACP?
I'm just saying, I would want to help the black people. Like, I would just be a rich black person helping all the other black people. Like, travel, I would help Harriet Tubman. I would help people make businesses. You know what I'm saying? Have black restaurants. Of course, I would get backlash, but that's okay. That's part of the job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. You'll invent the first chicken and waffle spot.
Nope. I would help someone else invent it.
Yeah, the first chicken and waffle spot. That's what I want to have. The first chicken and waffle spot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all, man. This right here, man. I'm about to invent what's going to be the best combination.
From us, so shoot.
Yeah.
Of course, we would have to have. I'm just saying, we're talking about back then. One of those people in the mix, but you know.
Yes, dear. What's up?
That person.
Yeah.
That's what
it had to happen, you know. Put hands and feet on them. Hands and feet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to go Ancestry.com and see if I'm related to anybody famous. I was a slave, man. Like, I wonder if I was related to, I don't know, Kuta Kente or something.
Like, I'd be so mad. Like, Chicken George? What the hell? All right.
The Chicken George? Oh, man.
Hey, have y'all seen the new Roots?
Daddy's
It came out in
he said he's still waiting
2019.
on your phone call.
New Roots?
Yeah.
No, I never did see it.
My
I
dad.
was talking about that.
I don't know, but I know Lawrence Fishburne played Alex Haley. The slave,
shoot. Okay, I'm
played
gonna
our real
see
African. The guy that was in what's the Bridgertons?
Okay.
Bridgerton?
The light skinned cat that's been in
Yeah.
everything. He played Chicken George.
Oh.
And what's my girl? My girl from Dream Girls.
Who?
Not Effie, not Beyonce, but the other one.
Oh, they're talking about Anika.
Yeah.
She played Kizzy.
Oh,
She played
for
Kizzy
real?
Kente. But yeah,
That's
it
my
was great.
sister's name.
Forrest Whitaker's in it. It's a great cast.
Oh, yeah, because I knew about it, but I never did see it.
Yeah.
The new Roots. Yeah, that. Now that's something on my list. I'm gonna have to go check out.
And it's still 5 hours. It's in 4 parts, but it's worth the watch.
You said it's in 5 hours.
Yeah, just like the whole Roots, but it's in 4 parts. It's good though.
And also, since the playoffs is coming up, since they got this stupid play-in thing now.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's very stupid. Man, Tyrone, man, who do you got? Who do you got? As far as for who you think is going to be in the finals?
Are the Warriors still in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that. That's a safe choice.
All right. What about for the East?
For the East, I'm gonna have to go with who does Ja Morant play for?
Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis.
Grizzlies.
Yeah, we go with the Memphis Grizzlies. They still in it?
For the East.
Yeah. All my basketball knowledge comes from 2K, so I don't know what's going on in the real world, but on my 2K, we've been putting up numbers.
I kind of felt like that in it for a moment too.
Yeah.
That in, man.
2K, I don't know if it's updated. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if he got internet, then his rosters are updated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's good.
What about you? Who do you think?
Man, it's really hard for me to say who I think is going to pull it out in the East or the West. I don't know. What about you, Decisive?
Okay, so for one, you'd have to. Ja Morant is over there in
is
the
he
West.
still playing, or is he still?
Oh yeah, because he's in the West. That's Memphis.
Memphis is with the West.
Yeah,
Oh,
Memphis
Memphis
is
is still
yeah.
West?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So, yeah, that and So, right now the Warriors are at number 6, and I'm going to roll with the Warriors, but I'm giving the Kings an honorable mention because shout out to Mike Brown, shout out to the homie. God dog it, he part of the reason why I left WGC. Well, he is.
Okay.
Yeah, he part of the reason why I left WGC and got back into it again. I was running like Forrest. I was running,
Yeah.
but and my uncle BJ and my granddaddy. But all of them are the reason why I got back into journalism. And shout out to Mike Brown. He's a wonderful human being, and he's a wonderful coach. People got to give credit where credit was due. Like when it came down to him being here, yeah, he had LeBron, but the man's defensive game is immaculate and it's being proven to this very day with him coaching the Sacramento Kings. Right now, the Sacramento Kings are in third place behind the Memphis Grizzlies. The Denver Nuggets, they're always going to entertain us during the season.
Yeah.
They hold the number 1 spot. They're going to entertain us during the season and then fall when it comes to the playoffs, But, and who would they play? Well, I guess we have to wait for the play-in, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is the Lakers, Pelicans, Timberwolves, and the Thunder. And out of those, I definitely hope LeBron pulls out, but I don't see that happening because he has no support. Heck, like a bad bra. He ain't got no support. And the Pelicans. Anyway, moving to the East.
Are the Bulls in the plan for the East? Because I didn't see that. I didn't finish that game last night.
The Bulls are number 10, so they're holding, and it looks like they'll survive being a part of the play-in. They're at number 10, with the Raptors being at number 9, and of course the Heat and the Hawks at 7 and 8. And I believe that with the Raptors, the Heat will definitely pull out their position. For the play-in going against the Raptors, and then the Heat and the Hawks. I'm looking at the Heat all day.
Yeah.
Like ain't no way Trey's old granddaddy behind getting past him, even though he's got Clint Capella over there with him. I still don't see them doing a dang on thing. But for the East, who did I say over there in the West? Did I say in the
you said the Warriors.
Yeah, yep, y'all. I'm still messing with Steph. And for the East. Let's just say I'm a Cavs fan, but I will give honorable mention because I ain't crazy. I'm going to give honorable mention to the Knicks and the Celtics, period.
Yeah.
Because the Celtics, look here, you talking about some brothers that want it bad and are overdue. They fought with us and LeBron. They fought through COVID. They're fighting through this season and all these new young stars, plus the old ones that are still feeling about that life, and it's all good. But these brothers, I swear, sometimes when I watch them play, especially that blowout that I went back and watched, Ryan, they come out with knives, daggers, like,
they do.
and so they serious, and I really think that, I know we might not make it, but it's just the love in my heart that I have for my team. But the Celtics.
Yes, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I am thinking that probably the Celtics. It was hard for me to think of for the East.
Yeah, the Celtics.
But yeah, thinking it could be the Celtics or the
the Nets don't
Knicks.
stand a chance. The Nets getting taken out by the Sixers.
No.
The Bucks. However this 7, 8, 9, 10 turns out, the Bucks are gonna handle their business. Now I will say this though, they're gonna handle their business. Against the Bulls, they're gonna handle their business.
I don't know, I'm a Bulls fan, so
but the Bulls ain't got a chance. Shout out to everybody over there. Levine, all of them. Who they got over there? Even got Andre Drummond over there now too.
Yes,
they got a good
Lonzo,
thing going on over there. Yeah, I love Lonzo Ball. Even though he ain't as good as LaMelo. Honorable mention to LaMelo when he get back in it. Y'all be on the lookout for that team, but they still not making it past.
I just got to root for my team, but I don't think it's gonna. I really don't see the Bulls really going anywhere. At least not this trip.
Yeah.
And then And actually, so
They do need to be. They are gonna say something though over these next few seasons with who they got though.
yes.
Yeah, definitely.
And did you guys see that picture that I had shared on Facebook? When it came to I had shared something about the top players to, I think it was like the top 5 or 6 players to like NBA greats that have never ever won a title.
Yeah,
and
I didn't see that.
Yeah, so on it had greatest players to never win a ring. For number 1, it was top 5.
Charles Barkley, Tracy McGrady.
No, it was
Allen Iverson.
It was Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Allen Iverson, and Steve Nash. Now on my list,
there's a big dog.
On my list though, it would have to be. I would have to put T-Mac up there, of course.
Absolutely, T-Mac.
Come on, left eye.
Yes, left eye. Yes, I was going to say lazy eye. Left eye. I mean, okay, T-Mac. You have to say left eye. T-Mac. It'll have to be T-Mac, Dominique Wilkins, Karl Malone.
That's a good one.
Allen Iverson, and then Charles Barkley.
No Vince Carter, huh? Nowhere.
For top 5, it's kind of hard to say top 5.
Cousins on the list. You got T-Mac, might as well throw his cousin in.
Yeah, but they ain't like each other.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, yes they did.
I could have sworn they didn't like. Was that one of the reasons why they left Toronto? Because they didn't really like each other. They had a dispute.
You probably like it until after they got traded.
Yeah, but I mean they've always been close. They're cousins, like.
Oh, I thought that was one of the reasons why that T-Mac left Toronto.
They even told the story. But one day they went to a family outing, and they kept talking about they kept talking about Vince and all this stuff. He's like, wait a minute, and then they put 2 and 2 together. They're like, we're cousins, and so
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, who are your top 5? Be decisive.
Of non, 10 years ago, maybe 15, it would have been Charles Barkley, but I can't stand him. So I will say the talented combination of Stockton and Malone, because I just grew up, watching them do their thing with Utah. And shout out to Coach Sloan, honorable mention. But T-Mac,
yes,
Allen Iverson, and Dominique Wilkins.
What about you, Tyrone?
Oh man, George Mirasan, Rick Mahorn.
You went there.
He went back.
Pete Maravich. I don't know his name.
Rick Mahorn, he did one with Detroit.
You know what? No, was that him or that was the other big ugly dude?
You said big ugly dude.
It was
You said Rick Mahorn?
Yeah, I thought he got one with Detroit.
Larry Johnson.
Let me check.
Hey, Larry Johnson was that's like Medea's grandmother. That's like the first cross-dressing man.
Yep.
Oh no, he won a championship in 1989.
Rick Mahorn did.
Rick Mahorn did.
Yeah.
I'm going Larry Johnson, Chris Webber,
Chris Webber's a good one.
Grant Hill, Penny, all the cats that got injured that we never got to see them do their full thing. Penny
Sure.
Hardaway.
That's true.
You mean Chris Webber, Michigan Chris Webber, called the timeout Chris Webber?
Behind the back, dunking on Charles Barkley, Chris Webber.
Yes. Okay.
I said Penny Hardaway and Steve Francis.
That's good.
Just to be contrary, y'all picked all the great ones.
Francis, I don't know. I mean, I agree with all except Steve Francis. I don't know.
That's Stevie Franchise. You don't like him?
I felt like his career was kind of cut short after Houston. After Houston, he just went to shit.
Yeah, it was kind of.
Just went downhill. And then, but we also didn't even mention Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller.
Reggie, he definitely deserves. Yeah.
Reggie Miller.
Yeah, killer, man.
Or Mutombo.
Isaiah Thomas.
He's a champion.
Oh, yeah,
him in Detroit.
He won 2 of them. Yeah, he won 2 of them. Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Yeah. Now, or Mutombo is one. Yes,
yeah.
I think.
Yes.
No, right.
And Tyrone,
he's been here.
Well, he has.
Working around in the city with CMHA, going to all the local little wrecks and stuff.
Well, he's just waiting for people to throw stuff up and just smack it out.
I can see him doing that too.
Okay, you're right. Little bad kid.
Throwing out books.
Tomorrow, as discipline, instead of doing suicide, you gotta try to get a shot over Mutombo.
Impossible.
And Tyrone, so you are a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you say? Okay, I'm gonna give you. Here's another hard choice. Well, this is for everybody too, actually. I'm gonna start with Tyrone first, since he's a comedian. Who would you say is your Mount Rushmore of comics?
Oh man.
Yeah,
First and foremost, my
That's a
pastor,
good one.
the Honorable Patrice O'Neill. First and foremost.
Really? Yeah.
George Carlin,
Oh.
Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor.
Go.
Oh,
I
okay.
love that.
And these are not my top 5 for right now. This is my Mount Rushmore of all time.
Okay.
Okay.
And who's your favorite comedian of all time?
Oh, Patrice O'Neill.
Patrice O'Neill.
The Honorable
Wow, that's
Patrice
different.
O'Neill, yeah.
Okay.
Ayana, who would you say is your Mount Rushmore of comics?
Ooh, can you come back to me?
Okay, all right. Decisive.
I'm down for it. Not because he's my cousin, but of course Dave Chappelle, Red Fox, Richard Pryor, and the last one. You know, I got 2 in my head. Lord, breakfast in bed. Let me see. Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Okay.
Yeah.
And who's your favorite comedian of all time?
Richard Pryor.
I'm curious, who was the one, because you said that you had 2. You picked Eddie. Who was the other one you was debating with?
Martin.
Martin. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine will have to be my favorite comedian of all time, Bernie Mac.
That's
Bernie
a
Mac.
good one. That's a good one.
Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, and this guy who was so underrated, but he's so underrated. He has my ass rolling whenever I see him. Arnez J.
Oh, Arnez J.
Oh, I love him. I must
Arnez
admit,
J.
I love him.
Silly dude.
Yeah.
No, Bernie Mac was a great one. You know, but
I love Bernie.
I love watching Bernie as a fan. I can't watch him as a student because he just kind of moves like that. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just he's like almost like mystical. You know, he just raps like that. You can't teach that. But I love Bernie as a fan. I'm like, oh man, that's the funniest dude ever.
Yes. Yeah, Bernie is. Yeah, Bernie. He's the king of comedy to me.
Man, right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Bernie Mac. I like a lot. Earthquake, some more.
Earthquake bars.
Yes, I like you said bars. It's so many.
Earthquake bar was good.
Yeah, Earthquake is good, man.
It's so many. But I like Cheryl Underwood. She's funny.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because
I love her.
Because I was gonna.
her.
Because that was my next one too. Who's your Mount Rushmore for female comedians, which is kind of hard.
Hey, that's the question I always ask. Who is the female GOAT?
Monique.
Of comedians like she's like, you think she's the Richard Pryor for females?
Yes.
No, she's good, but it's another one.
No, Monique is the queen of comedy to me. Yes.
Who I give Monique her flowers. She's good, but it's another one. I'm trying to think of their name.
Sister, like.
Yeah, female wise.
Is it Cheryl Underwood or some more?
No, it's another one that's.
Lunel?
Lunel's good.
Tiffany Haddish?
Another one. Tiffany Haddish good, but it ain't her.
And Adele Givens?
Adele Givens is good too. It's another one.
I'm gonna mess you up with mine.
Yeah, who's your four the females?
What I think the GOAT is, I give you my 4 favorites though, but my GOAT is Joan Rivers.
Oh, you went there.
I went there, man.
You went there.
Why?
Joan Rivers, huh?
Longevity, she had like a good 30-year run.
She did.
She had a TV show when black and white TV was on. She had her own show.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
just quick with it, man. Like they had her on the show before she died. They was like, Joan, name a sport where balls get knocked back and forth real fast. She said jogging. I'm like,
didn't Joan Rivers have
brilliant.
something to do with Wailing Flowers and Madam? Because that was one of my favorite shows.
I don't know if she was connected. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's a good one.
But
that's
my 4 females for you was asking Ryan. I would say Monique, Lunel.
I love her.
I'm gonna throw Wanda in the mix.
Okay.
And for me, Sarah Silverman.
Really?
Oh, okay. Yeah, she is.
I'm gonna take out Sarah Silverman on your list, and I'm gonna put in Whoopi.
Oh, Whoopi.
Okay.
Yeah.
People forget about Whoopi.
Yeah.
She was doing her stuff.
Yeah.
And she do like one woman shows. She be like
She
7
do.
different
That
characters.
telephone was killer.
Yeah. With the blind, not the blind, but the shirt over her head.
Yeah.
Yeah, Whoopi was dope.
Definitely.
Look, I always use her sister act line when they ask me about doing shows.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have never been a showgirl.
Okay.
I have always been a headline.
True that.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't get to chime in because we got to wrap this up and get ready for Solomon.
We do.
I didn't get a chance to sit in on you guys talking about what you do and everything. And T.Y., let me tell you, the one thing, because I have experienced you a few times, that I must say is that you are a wonderful storyteller.
Oh, thank you, baby.
So keep up the good work.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Yes, he is. Yes, he's good. He has a story to tell. Yes. We want to thank you so much for listening to NoStackRadio.net. We just finished listening to the R.A.P radio show on static. We don't bring, well, here on the station, we don't bring the static, but we sure enough bring the noise. Make sure you follow. Make sure you check us out on social media. We absolutely love to hear from you at Facebook.com/NoStaticRadio LLC, on Twitter at NoStatic_radio, on Instagram at @TheReal_NoStaticRadio, and on YouTube at NoStaticRadio. Also, if you'd like to listen to replays of this show and others on NoStackRadio.net, make sure you check us out on Mixlr, MIXLR.com, or Mixcloud.com. Just type in NoStack Radio to all replays of this show and others on this platform. And for continuous streaming, listen to us on TuneIn.com or LiveOnlineRadio.net at MediaCube. Just type in NoStack Radio in the toolbar for continuous streaming of this show and all others on the platform. And for a more in-depth look at all things No Static Radio, including possible upcoming events, merchandise, or in-depth look at our show hosts, please visit our website at www.nostackradio.net for all things No Static Radio. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us. You know what it is. We got more music for your listening pleasure. Here on the Voice of the Revolution, NoStackRadio.net, powered by Google and sponsored by Lamont Avenue Lines, Cleveland Rugby League, and Design Me exclusively. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank my guests, and we shall see y'all next week. Bye. Yeah, I was like, this is skate music. I can't skate.